Significant risks and challenges will be twofold. First of all, I do have a concern with regard to interventionist approaches by our governments, either municipal, provincial, or federal. We have to trust that market forces will prevail. When markets get too hot, prices get too hot, developers back off, buyers back off, and markets stabilize. We do not necessarily need governments to regulate the markets for us. And then, of course, the thing that's on everyone's mind is how can we do things in a more innovative way, taking into consideration technology and big data. Things are really changing overnight, particularly inside enterprises, so we can be much more efficient and concentrate on strategy as rather than manual execution.
We see multiple risks. It is a positive market at this point in time, but when all things are good, it creates upward pressure on land cost, on construction cost, on labor as well. And as far as new policies being put in place, we see multiple layers of policies that, for the good of the city, are being voted, but again, add a little bit of pressure on the project. So that creates ultimately increases in prices and in rents. The market was able to support it, but even though it's very positive, there are some pressure.
If you've been watching the news lately, and First Capital has made a number of, I would say, significant and transformative announcements. The first being at the beginning of this year, we announced that we're converting to a REIT. As part of that REIT announcement, we said that we were going to be focusing our investment strategy on being more super urban, and as a result, divesting of properties that don't really fit that investment criteria anymore. What's happened over the last couple of months on the heels of that is we had a major investor and shareholder in the company, which was the founding investor in First Capital, which was Gazit Globe and Dori Siegel. We've now, they owned about 30% of the company. We recently negotiated a deal, and it was approved by our board of directors last week, that allowed us to buy them down from 30% to 10%. What that's done is it's increased our leverage. So we've had to take on quite a bit of debt. And what I think it's going to do, or what I know it's going to do, is it's going to accelerate that disposition program that we talked about at the beginning of this year. And what we're going to have to do is, because of this transaction, we took on quite a bit of debt, and what we're going to really do is accelerate that disposition program so that we can de-lever the company.
Over the next 12 months, I think for us it's a matter of scale. We have so many different opportunities all at the same time, and I think a lot of developers have that same. There's lots of appel d'offres, there's different projects happening, and it's about choosing your project, running forward and making sure that each of those projects can be developed in a way that has partnerships and inclusivity moving in the right direction of Montreal. So I think the challenges are choice, because a long time ago we didn't have any choice. It was like, oh, I'll do this project because I can't do that one. But now I think more and more people are usually working together in collaboration. So it's really nice to see that when offers are being put on the table, that there are many groups that are starting to work together. So I think that's really cool. So I'm going to take the challenge and turn it around as an opportunity.